Alright, what is happening, EU? Professor Bobo here. A little bit of afternoon, or night if you're across the pond. HeroesLounge action. This is EU Season 8. We've got Div 2. Gaming in the Rhythm going up against Team Y No Follow. Throw up a little bit of information here as we move towards the draft. Teams are in lobby. We'll go over map bans and picks before we do get in there. Just a little bit of cursory information about both of these teams. Gaming in the Rhythm last season was in Div 2. And Team Y No Follow has moved up from Div 3. You can see down there we've got last season's records. So what does it wind up going? I think it's map wins, overall wins, and then matches played. This is the first game of Season 8 for both teams here in Div 2. What else we got going on? Maps up and ready. We have banned out Infernal Shrines as well as Battlefield of Eternity, so we'll have no Diablo double dip tonight. And we are headed to the EU special, if you will, Tomb of the Spider Queen. I love seeing Europe play this map. That's going to be our first one. Just to keep everybody informed, we'll come back to the map selection screen when needed. This is just sort of like the holding spot here. Here you can see, who's picked what maps were banned out, and then the results of the games as they wind up getting played on. All right, man. Just do one more quick little double check here. That looks great. Fabulous. Teams are ready. Let's go do a draft.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Stats on the lower third from tonight are going to we're going to mirror HCC Phase 2. We're going to pull up Korea, Europe, and North America just to get a little bit of reference there. And we'll show those stats as they do come through. Joe's here. What's happening, brother? My Thanksgiving was nice and easy, man. Quick trip down to New Jersey. How was yours out in Colorado? Let me know how the fam's doing. First ban here on the side of Gaming in the Rhythm. Expect to see a lot of Maiev and Blaze and Mal'Ganis in the ban phase here. Tyrande and Deckard being the very strongest of supports, but this being Tomb, you can move into a couple of different picks and a couple of different heroes. Here's the Maiev ban. Maiev had like 100% pick rate at BlizzCon. It sort of translated into the amateur scene. There's the Dibbles. Diablo right now considered to be the strongest tank. Garrosh is up there. Mal'Ganis is, depending on how a team feels about the hero. I've seen him played in the offlane and as main tank. I've seen him banned out and let through entire drafts. Nobody's quite sure yet what to make of Mal'Ganis. And the last ban from Gaming in the Rhythm is Garrosh. Garrosh dipped a little bit in the meta and then moved right back on up. Again, post-BlizzCon, when teams really flexed his muscle. He took a big hit when Hammer was very high in the meta. He still has his natural counters, certainly range in the form of Hanzo. Jaina does pretty well against Garrosh too with the constant slows. He can always build a little bit of a sort of a blow-up comp, if you will. Genji, the last ban. So we do see Blaze make it through. We see all of the supports come through as well. We'll see where Gaming in the Rhythm wants to go with their first pick. Linquist, I don't have the points thing up. I'm a dirty, dirty American.
I heed the voice of Elu.
And we're going to start things off with Tyrande. We'll flash our Tyrande stats up shortly. Tyrande, the queen of the supports right now. We follow things up with Blaze. Again, this is, what are these stats on? These stats, again, should have been, we'll double check, make sure that we're pulling the right database. Should have been the HDC stats for Phase 2. You can see her solid win rate. And we're going to follow things up with Blaze as well as Mal'Ganis. Nice move from Team Y No Follow. Blaze is considered by many to be sort of S tier, if you will. He can play in the main tank or in the off lane function. He's just fantastic on Tomb because of his clear, his relative safety with his ranged auto attacks as well as crossfire. Johanna and Gul'dan is the pickup for Gaming in the Rhythm. They now have absurdly good wave clear. They just kind of look at waves and say, no, no, we will not stand for this. Get the Leo band out there. A little bit of isolation onto the solo lane with the Skeleton King being removed. Takes away the possibility of a little bit of late game power. Gul'dan with Leoric post 16. Scary post 20. A lot of silence between Haunt. The Horrify upgrade level 20 for Gul'dan, as well as Buried Alive for Leoric. They make for a very strong sort of delay, hang back. Let's get the 13-16 power spikes going. That combo, and then at level 20, they can just end the game by pressing the R buttons. We do have White Mane banned out by Gaming in the Rhythm.
I'm not checking in.
Ooh.
I'm here to help.
We got a little bit of Out of Spice for Team Y No Follow. They follow things up with the Jaina, so they now have their target, if you will, for the Nano Boost. Gaming they're going to follow with an aggressive Kerrigan move. I'm getting some look at some of her finer skins, and they will follow things off and end their draft with an Arthas. So an off-lane Arthas. You typically see Arthas picked to counter Kerrigan, but certainly doesn't look like Team Wado Follow would have been moving into Triple Warrior at this time. Arthas, solid off-laner, really doesn't lose the lane. Much more about the team fight, and then at late game survive once you're moving an Army of the Dead at 10.
The hunt is on.
There's a Luna to follow things off. So, there are our drafts for game number 1. Luna and Jaina. Old school combo here on Tomb. They'll be going up against the reworked Kerrigan. A buffed Arthas. We'll get Tyrande and Ana going at it. This is typically a good map for Ana. You can get a lot of very easy early game stacks as you work towards the different tiers of the Sleep Dart quest at level 10. You can get the Pearson at level 20. Adding a lot more range to it. The frontline combo of Mal'Ganis as well as Blaze is one that can provide a lot of lockdown. Blaze with the jet propulsion, it hits you if you're within a quarter mile of the initial stun target, but Mal'Ganis with a combo of Fell Claws and Night Rush can lock targets down for an obscenely large amount of time. Night Rush comes baseline, what, 2.5 seconds? On the sleep, if you can sort of isolate a target in there, and then Fell Claws is really the other one to keep an eye on. It's a very good mobility tool, which may come in handy against Kerrigan. And then against this triple frontline of Kerrigan, Arthas, and Johanna, maybe a talent such as the Will of Tichondrius at level 7 will get more value for Mal'Ganis. He struggles a little bit on Tomb in that he does not have the ability to delay turn-ins very effectively. Johanna can just flash the blind out there. Arthas can poke. He's got a couple different ways he can do that, depending if he wants to use Howling Blast. Gul'dan and Tyrande also have very good delay. But the vision for Wallfall's Lunara could be a key here. We'll see how game number 1 looks. Once again, this is Gaming in the Rhythm, and Team Y No Follow. Coming at you from the EU. And we'll get things started with Team Y No Follow. Inaluki is going to be playing the Mal'Ganis. Blender on the Blaze, heading to the off lane. Zavik the Captain on the Ana. We'll have Cubon on Jaina, and Warfall on Lunara. On the flip side for Gaming in the Rhythm, Linquist is going to be playing the Gul'dan. Mahotsukai will be playing Kerrigan Turbo on Arthas, KFC on the Tyrande, and last but not least, Haft. Team Captain going to be playing the Johanna. Shout out, good synergy there. Appreciate it. Looking good. Bonus awards for teams that bring style. Level 1 talents, everything looking pretty simple. New habits for Blaze. Level 1 for Lunara, it takes natural perspective, even a little bit more vision to be added. Time to feed for Mal'Ganis. And then we've got the stacking quests here. Echo Corruption for Gul'dan. Arthas, though, moving into Eternal Hunger. Mahotsukai does wind up the seeing here. We are not touching quite anything. Kerrigan going nuts a little bit here. Is staying alive. And does eventually go down. Heavy Bill with the bits. Thank you. Good to see you, brother. Mahotsukai has jumped back in. So an unfortunate Kerrigan death down in the bot lane. We've got Arthas and Blaze doing these things. You see a little bit of an advantage for Turbo thus far. As Blizzard has moved Blaze into what they want, a main tank role, it has cost him wave clear. So in the early game, he really sort of struggles just to get the waves cleared. He's never really in trouble. Certain heroes are actually pretty good at botting him out of globes for new habits. We'll see how that plays out. Good shot of corruption there from Linquist. Taking a quick peek, 7 stacks for Gul'dan. However, with the first kill, the early advantage is over on the side of Team Wino Follow. Luka goes in with the Fell Claws now. A long way to go back out. Night Rush, however, he did get grasped. It doesn't break the channel, however. And Luki is alright. Volume's a little high. Yeah, might have to turn that down. Again, the rotation advantage on the side of Team Y No Follow. You see half stepping up there on the Johanna. Gets the condemn, but no real damage. Linquist on the backside, just trying to stay safe with the Gul'dan. He's done a good job stacking. Eats a little bit of damage there from Jaina. Kerrigan and Mal'Ganis trade thoughts of an engagement. Nothing really doing. Now in the bot lane, Turbo pushing this lane further towards Blender's side of the map. I'd like to see his Arthas turn that into an advantage there in mid. Maybe we'll see the Lich King make a move towards the mid lane soon enough. Another missed arrow from Zavak. Keeping an eye on those stacks. 4 stacks for Ana. Blaze, you can see how he struggled at the bottom. He's only got 1 globe on the way to new habits. That is one of the lower globe requirements for an early game quest. One that's not really difficult to complete. However, if you're getting bodied early, certainly could struggle. Another peek down here. Bot lane, about a half-level lead. Excuse me, about a quarter-level lead, that is. For Team Wino Follow. Mal'Ganis going in, has Night Rush. Sleeps Johanna. She had Iron Skin. Now the target is Linquist on the Gul'dan, trying to find his way out. Warfall chasing. Lunara putting a good bit of poison damage out there. Linquist will have to back. No early kill. Now perhaps an opportunity to maybe turn some coins and maybe think about making a map grow play for Team Wino Follow. No, instead they're keeping an eye on Tyrande. Exceptional value from Wardfall on this Luna. Blaze starting to turn things around in the bot. He's now pressured Arthas a little bit. We'll flash our talents there on the bottom of the screen. You see Italuki posturing aggressively on Mal'Ganis. His wave clear isn't great. It's all about the threat that he can provide. Mahotsukai following things up with the Kerrigan in the top lane, half looking to pick up the soak that has been missed. And Johanna doing a good job of helping to catch her team back up. Zawak just misses the sleep. Cubon will get the turn in. 37 gems have been turned in for Gaming in the Rhythm as... Excuse me, for Team No Follow as Gaming in the Rhythm. Struggled early. Bit of a DC in the early game, causing that first Kerrigan kill, but they played safe. Goalpost there for Ana. Just barely missing. Neither team has made a move towards a camp yet. We finally see somebody make a move. That's 19, and that's a big turn-in for Turbo. He'd like to get rid of those. Luki using Night Rush to get on out. Johanna steps up. Turbo finishes his turn in. Blender now with the bulk of the gems for Team Y No Follow. Hafta with an aggressive positioning here for Johanna, looking to try to turn some of this pressure around. Mahotsukai was looking for the turn-in, but down in the bot lane, Inaluki on the Mal'Ganis. Brings us to our first turn-in. Objective number 1 will go over to Team Y No Follow. 7's on the board. Couple of big talents. Crossfire for Blaze. This is the Lunara. Here we go. Wild Vigor. We're getting extra damage on the auto attacks. Warfall has not been under pressure on the Lunara. It has been a big, big problem. And it may be more so going forward for KFC on the Tyrande. Level 1 there. Stun, silences, and slows. So Celestial Attunement does very good into Lunara. There's still a lot of CC. We'll see if Zavik on this Ana can get a little bit more value out of those sleep darts as he keeps working towards his stacks. He's up to 8. First tier at 10 on the sleep dart quest. Piercing dart. So you can see now we'll get the pierce as well as the range increase. So Mal'Ganis in a Luki low. KFC trying to get the follow. And Ana sees him away. Mid lane's got some passive push. We'll check up on it in a second. Blender turning this lane right around on turbo. Bot has taken plenty of wall damage, but not a ton of XP. And, I mean, the other side of it, no forts go down. Well lost in top, but the mid well is actually the most important one, in my opinion. It has influence over both the top and the bottom turn. And there's a big rotate. Gaming in the Rhythm coming down bottom. They get the 2-man connect. There's a Howling Blast follow-up. Kerrigan combo. Blaze is first to go. Inaluki trying to find his way out. Ana is there to escort, but that is a lot of gems. Boy, Blender had upwards of 20. And now Gaming in the Rhythm are going to take their turn. Great attack. Shout out to Mahotsukai on the Kerrigan. You got the Howling Blast there. A big root, big lunar flare from KFC getting everything started. Very well layered CC. The 10 spike will be here for Gaming in the Rhythm. Really the passive soak, the couched XP and the fortifications as they go down should do it. We need about 2 more waves though. Arthas is in the bot lane. Top is going to push, sort of AFK if you will. Mid seems to be the initial concern for Gaming in the Rhythm. 10s will be here as well for Team Wino follow. Keeping an eye on the Jaina. Do we want to move into Ring of Frost or Water Elemental? Could be a big wombo. 10s are picked up for Gaming in the Rhythm. Starfall, Blessed Shield, Maelstrom, Horrify, Arthas Holding, likely to be Army of the Dead. Nano Boost, Leaping Strike, Bunker, Dark Conversion for Mal'Ganis, and Ring. Jaina taking care of top lane. We'll take a peek up there. She has finished this off. The wall will go down really to minions more than the objective in the bottom lane. Arthur's trying to get this lane turned around. Bender with an opportunity here. Backs off a little bit. Mal'Ganis in deep. Inaluki here. Maelstrom onto Ana. Trying to finish her off. There's Starfall. Blizzard in there. Ring will capture Johanna. There's 2 kills for 1. A lot of gems on the ground. Inaluki looking to chase down. Mal'Ganis gets the Night Rush out. He gets hit by the Howling Blast. Warfall low, but is okay. 3 for 1. Maybe 4. Arthas is dead. Mal'Ganis with a lot of chase. That fight started out brilliantly for Gaming in the Rhythm. That's Mahotsukai got the kill that he wanted. Ana goes down to the Kerrigan combo, followed by Maelstrom, but the counter through Lunara, as well as Jaina, is deleted. Johanna as well as Kerrigan, and following that 2 for 1, a long way to go. Mal'Ganis followed up with 1 more kill. Flash our talents into our stats here on the bottom of the screen. Just half in the top lane. This is trouble for Johanna. Iron Skin has been popped. There's a lot of help coming through in that corridor. Keep an eye on Linquist. 20 seconds until Horrify is up. Army of the Dead Blessed Shield still available. Dark Conversion was not used either. Warfall steps up on Lunara. This top fort will go down very easily. Mid. That's a passive push. Needs to get through the wall before the Web Weaver will get onto the fort. Turbo with a bit of chase down here. Blaze and Arthas trading out. There's the mid rotate from GR. Just a little late on it. They're going to lose this fort for it. Team Wino follow with a great tune combo. You've got Luna and Jaina. You've got AoE damage. You've got slows on slows on slows on slows. You've now got Luna looking to track down Arthas in the bot lane. Howling Blast gets a little bit of disengage. Army has to be used. This is now a 13 talent tier. And with all the kills coming through, as Team Wino follow is up 5-2 in that regard. No gems, no turn-in for Gaming in the Rhythm. Both teams will move towards their bruiser camps. Blaze still has a fort behind him. No well mid. 13 talents here advantage, level and a half lead. Gul'dan will be finished with his corruption text by 16. Silver Linings. Arthas has finished off his level 1, the Frostmourne Hungers quest. Jaina nearly done with the advanced ice block. One more team fight ought to do it there. Blaze, who struggled in the early game, now has 12 globes on new habits. He'll be looking to pick up a couple extra. Arthas could be a bit of a target here. Slows. There's the jet propulsion stun. Lunara with leaping strike should have one more charge if Arthas thinks about getting away. Blender will probably have to use the bunker if he wants to get out. Luna with the leaping strike over and gets on the far side of the bunker. A world record in the long jump there by Warfall. Inaluki looking to get the chase down. Remember, no fort behind. Joanna eats the sleep. There's Night Rush, jet propulsion follow-up. Inaluki is in deep, has Dark Conversion. Applies to Fell Claws. Now we're looking to get some trade outs here. There's Ring of Frost. Inaluki low. Does he live? Kid does not. Mal'Ganis is first to go down in this team fight. Haft is low. Johanna trying to get away. She goes down to Cubon, who steps away to get that kill. Blender is next, though. Blaze dead. Mahotsukai low. Wall behind. 2 for 1. Linquist steps up on the Gul'dan, but that was just a bit of turnaround that Gaming and the Rhythm needed. They get back on an even talent here. They are just shy of a turn-in. Mid will provide it for them. But they were behind in kills. They had yet to really have a great team fight. And that was their first win. They were so far behind in gems on the turn-in, they were actually down a turn-in where Wino Follow had an opportunity to go for it. Wino Follow went for the Arthas gank in the bot lane. And now the gem count has swung such that Team Live no follow now with an opportunity to pick up a turn-in. Lunara has to back off, and Aluki with the Night Rush. There's a lot of targets he can sleep, but only finds Gul'dan. Turbo trying to get out of there on the Arthas. Mahotsukai steps up. Luna's looking to finish that kill off, and does. Lunara, relentless on the Arthas. Half with Blessed Shield. It's a good condemn there. Inaluki actually eats the Lunar Flare and goes down. However, that's a lot of gems lost. Mahotsukai on the Kerrigan is dead. Ring does not quite connect. And now another 2 for 1 trade, but this time in the advantage of Team Y no follow. With the Mahotsukai going down, Kerrigan has lost enough of the gems that GR does not have the turn-in. Ana with the sleep. Hits Johanna. More chase down from Luna. There's Iron Skin. Blaze has shown back up to finish off the mid lane as well. That will also bring level 16 for Team Y no follow. Talents are starting to come through. Bills are looking to get complete. Neat combo here for Luminara. Highlight the 13-16 and let them wither. So, longer, slow. The no decay is actually pretty neat, too. Makes it very difficult for the likes of Arthas and Kerrigan to walk away from a team fight. And then Invigorating Spores at level 16. Attack speed, attack damage, slows. I mean, Lunara has been relatively uncontested in this game. The Leaping Strikes has been used aggressively. One great defensive leap out. Blender with 7 more gems, nearly completing this turn-in. Gaming and the Rhythm, nowhere to go, really. They're going to have to absorb this, defend their keeps, and then pending these 6 gems from Inaluki, in a hope that they don't lose the game here, on another red Webweaver turn-in. Top will be the focus. 16s are here for GR. Arthur's trying to get a little bit of passive clear in the bot lane there. Try to equal these lanes out. Oftentimes when you hit this point of Tomb of the Spider Queen, you put so much emphasis on top and mid that if bot spawns, particularly close to that wall, it will just get a keep on its own. Post like 13-14, the Webweavers start to pick up steam. There's Starfall. We're going to try to zone everybody out at top. It doesn't do great siege damage, but it will start to get this Webweaver down to 50%. It's low. Half using Iron Skin, but eats the end of the slow. Objective gone in mid lane. Great defense. Zawek just taking a little bit of poison damage. If you haven't noticed, Gul'dan is finished with Echoed Corruption. The bonus damage from the triple stack of poison. Just about 100 to 10ing. About 90% of on his life. Turbo there in the bottom lane. He's got 23 gems. Still needs to be careful. Arthur's using his Frozen Tempest to try to get the clear. Gul'dan there now. And everything just fades away. Wino Follow knows their opponents are down in the bot lane. Looks like they faked the boss play. Tyrande with the Owl was always going to know where they were headed. They have good boss burn. I'm surprised they didn't take it. Now perhaps we get a first invade. There's a slow. Arthas in a interesting spot. Blessed Shield is used. Jaina is the target right now. They're trying to get on top of her. Cubon trying to get away. There's Horrify. We've got a bunker in the middle of that, and Lucas should be all right. Night Rush goes deeper in, finds 2 targets. Now he's in a bit of a problem. Pickle there for Mal'Ganis. The follow-up from Cubon, who is in way deep and goes down just to get the ring off. Jaina goes down. The second kill came through on Lunara as well. That's a lot of low health bars. Team Y, no follow. Oh, boy. They are down 3 members. And the chase on a little bit here. Gaming in the rhythm with their biggest play of the game. They start things off with a double kill. Luna and Jaina go down. They were moving in aggressively. Perhaps looking for the Kerrigan kill. Mahotsukai lived. Mal'Ganis still has yet to get Dark Inversion off. He's just been interrupted every single time he's went in for a large play. And now the boss is activated. We've got some Merc push in mid. If this is able to capture this fort, combined with the boss, Gaming in the Rhythm, they also have 52 gems, maybe in a position where they can start to really think about getting the 20 and maybe making the end move very quickly. Mid fort goes down. They're at 18.5. Boss is captured. A lot of couched XP. They have top as well as bottom fort available. No catapults heading the other direction. Mahotsukai hits the combo. There's a Lunar Flare follow-up. The Horrify comes out. Mal'Ganis also got Blessed shielded in the middle of that. Fantastic plays. Great CC chain. Shout out to KFC, who has been on point on this Tyrande. Mahotsukai getting things started with the Kerrigan. Mal'Ganis is just insta-jibbed. Mid will deal with the Web Weaver very well. Bot spawned all the way back there. That was a huge wave. But we have an 80% health boss, 75% of the Web Weaver, and top is the objective. Ring comes out, only catches 1. Johanna uses Iron Skin to move on through it. Turbo laying waste to the wall in bottom lane wants the easy access. 50% on the Web Weaver, more than 50% on the boss, and the keep is getting melted. 20 will be here, pending keep, and maybe a wave. No, just a keep will do it. So 20s are on the board for Gaming in the Rhythm. They're pushing in with a little bit of a Web Weaver. 10 seconds left on Mal'Ganis as well as an insta-kill. Jaina goes down. The bunker is way too late. Mahotsukai uses Maelstrom. Everybody trying to get up on the core. Blaze is unstoppable. I don't think that's going to matter. We've got Warfall and Zavek trying to get some damage in there. Turbo's low. Actually eats the jet propulsion, and Luki comes in. Blessed Shield as well from Johanna is up and available. Let's see if one more kill can do it. There's the lockdown on Blaze. No jet propulsion for Blender as the core is at 70. Zavek just trying to poke everybody out of there. Arthas has been low. There's Storm Shield. And Mal'Ganis is gone. Core at 50. Turbo is on this. Mahotsukai trying to use shields to stay alive, and that will do it. What a great comeback. Gaming in the Rhythm taking game number 1. They were at level 17.5. Before that very last team fight, and it almost seemed like a half-hearted invade. I wasn't exactly sure if Wino Follow wanted that bottom camp. Things were just dead even at that point. Wino Follow was just trying to play for the 20. Lunara and Jaina go down, unfortunately. And on the strength of that triple kill, the camp picks up mid. It gets Gaming in the Rhythm all the way up to 18. They get to turn in. They ignore everything but top lane, run it down with the boss. Once the boss has to keep, there's level 20. And with a lot of really cool, 20 talents and a lot of cool quick thinking. That was enough for Gaming in the Rhythm to finish things off. Tyrande didn't need a 20. This was a good pickup here. Blinded by the Light for Johanna, just for the extra bit of core rush. The old Crusader Storm Shield. Very nice pickup by Haft. Good, quick, and effective adaptation. But also, you've got Linquist on that Gul'dan doing a ton of damage in the early game. And then once you get to 20, Horrify upgrade is going to do lots of things. You can see just how much damage Gul'dan had in that game. All right. We'll hang out for a little bit. See what's going down. Team Wino Follow has gone with first pick. We'll keep our maps updated. Once again, this is the map selection screen. You can take a look at your bands. In addition, you also can see who has won what. Hemi Bill, thank you for the bits. Marfio09, thank you for the follow as well. Much appreciated, fam. Good to see everybody here. Just hanging out for a little bit. waiting to see where gaming in the rhythm will take us for our next game. I like both drafts. I thought Team Why No Follow had that game in control there. They started, I don't want to call it doubt, but they lost a little bit of momentum when they did not make the boss rotate. They were up 17-16. The Toronto with the Owl did scout out, but there were a number of members of Gaming in the Rhythm in the bot lane, and they were trying to just clean up bot and maybe try to stave off the possibility of losing the game. Following that, failed camp invade, and a little bit of run it down top. Well played from Gaming in the Rhythm. Okay, what else we got going on? Let's throw our keys back up. We got some things going on. We've got some overlays. We'll click a couple of buttons. Just kind of hang out here. Chat, what's going on? Let me know what you guys are here cheering for. Oh, nice to see everybody on a nice, easy afternoon here. Extra day off from work for us in NA. So, decided to pick up a little bit of EU action. Heroes Lounge season number 8 underway. This is week 1. This is the first game for both of these two teams of the season. Let's see what's going on in chat here. Best of 3 for tonight. HGC map pool. Everything play, you know. Taking it pretty easy. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Alright. I want to see changes. Balgenis was interesting. Dark Conversion, I don't think it ever got off. There weren't too many ways to stop it. It actually kind of seemed like it might have been the right level 10 pick because the way that Dark Conversion works is that its numbers is not a percentage, so it can be like reduced. So if you see Tyrande, you know, move into the spell armor early on, you could actually prevent a lot of that damage. Carrion Swarm seems to be sort of the meta, if you will. Half looking to get us our map pick coming up soon. Ooh, right on. For map number 2. We're headed to somewhere we don't always get to see. We're headed to Dragonshire. Dragonshire is a map that gets banned out a lot. A lot of teams just don't like to macro on this map. It's something that they just don't enjoy doing. It's not really a cheesable map per se, but it does put a lot more stress on your shot callers. You can also just sort of make a lot more global plays. So sometimes you can break out the old, you know, the fall stat from back in the day if you wish. But Dahaka has a ton of influence on this map. He warrants either first pick or first ban territory, if you will. So we are headed to Dragonshire. We'll get our team set up in the lobby shortly. Gaming in the Rhythm has chosen our second map. Aviator, what's EU like in comparison to NA? Well, okay, so I was trying to get to level 5 up in EU with my little Smurfy account. And EU let me down because I just wanted to get a brawl in. And you lost me the non-heroic brawl on the first point of my first attempt. I mean, what's the deal, fam? What's EU like in comparison to NA? Everybody seems cool, man. Trying to get to watch a little bit of HOTS. I'm actually interested in hopefully getting to see some of the higher level here. I'm very interested to see in what the top of EU versus top of NA looks like. All right, let's get our lobby. Get our teams in. You don't see too many differences, at least thus far, in hero selection. Everybody kind of knows what, you know, the top picks are. We saw, you know, in the last game you get Jaina, Maya ban, Diablo ban. You get Blaze, you know, picked really early. Everybody's still kind of playing on the, sort of on the BlizzCon. meta, if you will. The effects, that's what's happening, man. Okay. We've got teams in our lobby here. Everybody just kind of hanging out. Game number 2, headed to Dragonshire. I mean, it's not an unsimilar map. There's a lot of delay play on Dragonshire. You do want to pick a very good format. Poke and wave clear. Usually get it done. Playing early on Dragonshire usually means, make an aggressive camp rotate. Playing early on Dragonshire means that you have some idea about how to just bludgeon your opponent's pre-level 10. Camp clear has a really good, really big priority on this map. It's very difficult to take. There's not too many heroes that are going to make it through draft that are going to be able to take the neutral bruisers in bot lane. Dragonshire is a map that can oftentimes be defined by the double, if not triple, camp play in the bottom lane. Rarely do you see a Dragonshire match and not through a bot. That is typically where we wind up headed. Alright, teams trickling in a little bit here. Right back to the map with the cam screen. Let me make sure I've got everything set here. Yes, that looks good. That looks fantastic. Great. Awesome. Scoreboard is set right. Excellent. Try to get everybody here. We've got Linquist, GR, Half KFC, as well as Turbo checking in. One more member from Gaming in the Rhythm, and then we'll be okay. We'll head on into draft. If you're just joining us, welcome. Professor Bobo here, casting a little bit of Heroes Lounge EU Season 8 on my off day. We've got Div 2, Gaming in the Rhythm, going up against Team Why No Follow. Game number 1, GR took it with a late comeback. Good team fight in which they, picked up 3 kills to none. Ran it down top lane with a Web Weaver as well as a boss. Okay. It's ready. Looks like we'll be headed to draft shortly. I think we got everything all set up quite correct. Double check in. Yes, after Dragonshire. Yes, that looks good. Great. Awesome. A little bit of grief in chat in game, right on. Let's see. Okay. Mahotsukai signals. The Gaming in the Rhythm is ready. Let's go. Let's do it. Game number 2. Gaming in the Rhythm and Team Wino follow on Dragonshire. Coming up next. Just an FYI, the Dragonshire bug should be fixed. And if you didn't get to see what that bit of malarkey was, you could actually channel and pick up the Dragonshire from north of it on the opposite side of the statue. It was kind of cool for like a minute. The bug has been fixed and patched through. I'll keep an eye on it anyway. Genji, the first band here for Team Y No Follow. Would expect to see Maya be a part of this band phase again. Dahaka comes to mind as well. There's the Dibbles. I believe both teams have banned out Diablo with their first opportunity in the double bans. We do get the Maya ban as well. Diablo, pretty darn good hero. He's really the one tank right now that you can first pick And he fits everywhere. And you don't feel like, you know, you have a comp that can't do X, Y, or Z. You can see he had an absurd, almost 75% participation rate. Again, these stats are HGC. Season 2, we paired them, we parsed them rather from Korea, Europe, as well as North America. There's a Zeratul band. Zeratul, a bit of a Dragonshire special. This is a great map for him. He can actually sit in the top lane. Not really. Not really a consistent top lane presence. But his ability to roam, and then once he starts to come online, 13, you get Mending Strikes, you can start to camp a lot more effectively, and your wave clear starts to, you know, build as you move through the, through all the cleave talents before 16 with Void Slash, which just sort of ends the video game. And there's Mal'Ganis. He's a hungry, hungry boy. And Team Y No Follow will go to Mal'Ganis with their first pick. Still getting data on the Dreadlord. It's early. Solid participation rate. I personally don't like him in the off lane. I just don't think he has enough clear to really make an impact. Johanna and Junkrat. And also Mal'Ganis struggles against displace, repetitive stuns, and anybody he can't get to with his CC combo. And it looks like Johanna and Junkrat are going to be set up to deny him that. There's a white main. Want to follow? Pairs that with a Mephisto. This is a very aggressive lineup. Mephisto and Mal'Ganis. I'm interested in seeing how this works. This could be kind of cool. I'd like to see Carrion Swarm in this game. Carrion Swarm with Consumed Souls. Where Mal'Ganis can excel is if he has the opportunity to get onto your back line. Even if it's like a 1v3, he has so much CC lifesteal that if you do not break the channels on his abilities, he'll just stay back there forever. Hanzo has been banned out by GNR. Neither team has selected a top laner yet. A bit curious considering it's Dragonshire. Rip! We're headed back. Not a problem. I'm going to take a peek at the draft here, make sure that we know we got everything sort of locked in. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of a break then. I'm going to go ahead and take a hot minute here. Let me just give me 1 second. We're going to snip this draft. Make sure that we have everything. Okay. Alright, back to chat. What's happening, everybody? A little bit of a DC. What do we have? Latvian internet. A router reset incoming. But what did we get from this draft? Let's quickly go over what we did get to see. What did we have? Diablo, yes. We had Diablo, Zeratul, Genji Maya Van. Jojo on the left. Mal'Ganis, White Mane, Mephisto on the right. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of cool. So, with the aggressive Mal'Ganis Mephisto rotation, it should mean that White Mane is, like, virtually unimpeded in her quest to heal up her teammates. Johanna doesn't have the ability to influence White Mane. Blinds don't really affect her healing throughput very much. In no way should White Mane be caught in a condemn. Let's see. But what's interesting now is that I do believe that the support pick can change for Gaming in the Rhythm. I'm not sure where exactly they were going to go. So Johanna, pretty resistant, obviously, to all forms of damage. Junkrat will be safe and really, really far back. So, you know, his survivability is really tied into his own positioning more than anything because he's made of paper. But without, I don't know, without a super strong support that's going to be able to heal up all of the damage and deal with all of this CC, this could be an issue. Okay, teams are back. It happens. No problem. Let's make sure. Okay, teams are ready. We're gonna head back into draft. I might have to guide this a little bit. I think everybody knows what the deal was. Oops, we had the wrong crown on. No big deal. Okay. So we should be able to speed through this. And then we did have Zeratul as well as Maya banned out. Nobody allowed to have those super awesome flex heroes. And the Genji, Zera, and Maiev bans all make it seem like White Maiden is going to be a lot safer on the backline. KFC in correct order. And the ban's out. Mephisto still mad. Still unsatisfied. What a deeply negative person he is. There's the Hanzo ban? This is kind of where we actually left off. You guys can see him peeking over in chat. No, we're not redoing lobby. 10 seconds here for team. Why no follow? Yes, it was Tyrande. Picks number 3 and 4 for G in the R. Wow, support choice is going to be really interesting here because trying to deal with all of Mephisto's damage, they do take the Deckard Cain. They just take the objectively strongest support, if you will. With Mal'Ganis, it forces you to play as Deckard further back because Mal'Ganis can just charge into you. And Deckard doesn't really deal with multiple targets taking large chunks of damage very well. A little bit of a bonus in that this is Dragonshire. He'll have more time to set up. You can put pots in the different lanes, if you will. We'll flash his stats in the bottom lane. And then we get the Thrall Phoenix combo. Wow. This is all in from Team Y No Follow. They are aggro. Expect to see Earthquake with Purification Salvo, but you look at those last 3 picks. If Y No Follow gets a little bit of an advantage in this game, maybe they find a way to pick up the first objective. A Thrall flank with an Earthquake with Phoenix, with Mephisto. Yikes. That is a painful bit of damage. Interested to see what the choice is on Mephisto. I do like Endurance of Hate. I struggle to figure out whether or not it's the actual better pick. It's the heroic that can be up on repeat with the cooldown from Hysteria at level 13 a lot more frequently, but not too many targets for it, so I'd expect to see Consume Souls. Expect to see some fireworks here. Game number 2. We'll be headed to Dragonshire shortly. Team Y No Follow started off so brightly on Tomb of the Spider Queen, only to fall late. Game in the Rhythm snatched up game number 1 and looking, perhaps, to do the same here in game number 2. Thank you guys for joining me. Well, familiar Professor Bobo. I'm over on the NA side, just picking up a little bit of EU action here in the afternoon. Shout out to both of these teams for allowing us to cast. Just to quickly reiterate what's going on with the picks, the map bans and everything, just before we do head on into the game. We're headed to Dragonshire. Remember, we had the Diablo double dip banned out. No Infernal, no Battlefield. Map number 1 was Tomb. Alright, almost there. Hey, we got a game. And only Linquist bothered to bring a boost. How disappointing. Be generous, fam. It's the holidays. Mahotsukai is going to be playing the Rainer. Turbo on Yrel. KFC on the Deckard Cain. Linquist will be playing the Junkrat. And GRF Half, the captain of Gaming in the Rhythm, will be playing the Johanna. On the opposite side, for Team Y, no follow. Zavik going to be playing the White Mane. Warfall on Phoenix. Cuban on the Thrall. Blender on the Mephisto. And Inaluki, almost late to the party, on that red hot Mal'Ganis. Okay, let's get our level 1 talents. Echo for Thrall. What's our Phoenix pick? Ooh. We did go mobile offense. Junkrat being a pest already. Keep an eye on the Mephisto build too. Malicious Intent, so we've got extra spell power. I like that aggressive concussion mine there. Maybe you can catch Mephisto not on the teleport in, but on the teleport away. Bit of a combo. Wow. Mahotsukai taking a ton of damage. There you see the way that Team Wino Follow can really extend the lanes. They've got White Mane doing that stuff. Yeah, we're going through with the Clemency build there. But then Mal'Ganis and Mephisto can just extend the range of their engagements. A ton of damage on a Rainer. He got taken down from like 100 to 75 right quick. Top lane. Thrall and Yrel having at it. Hammers on hammers on hammers. First camp rotate is made by Gaming in the Rhythm. And Team Wino Follow a little late. We'll try to keep an eye on both of these teams. Let's see if we can capture quite both camps. Rainer Johanna on the left. Finishing up that side of things. Mal'Ganis, Phoenix, and White Mane there. For Team Wino Follow. Junkrat's got a little bit of an advantage here in the bot lane with some poke and some earlier time to set up, but Mal'Ganis just might find him. There's a concussion mine. He finds his way on out. Now Phoenix will step up. Even though GNR picked up the first camp. Ooh, Phoenix slides on out of with the warp there. It's a little bit of a bonus in that they can sort of clear easily. And pull plays like this. They're moving up nicely. They've got 2 giants. Mid is channeled for Gaming in the Rhythm, but nobody's going to be able to make that move yet. Inaluki should be okay. Felclaw's a little late to get on out of the route from Deckard Cain. See Linquist on this Junkrat, just making those easy rotates halved with a good aggressive positioning there in the triangle. There's Concussion Mine from Junkrat. Blender there in the bot lane meets him with a little Lightning Nova. Yrel doing Yrel things. Eats the wolf, wins the trade. Cuban needs a couple of talents before he can get going. In the mid lane, Rainer under a bit of pressure. We saw Night Rush expire and come in. Warfall warps away from Johanna. There's the root. It does not connect, and Zavek trying to heal everybody up. And Blender on the Mephisto. Just shows up, says hi, take a whole bunch of damage, and run away from me. Junkrat channeling in the bot lane. Both teams at level 4, a half-level lead for Gaming in the Rhythm as they start to get online. Shield pots. We've got the Goomba Stomp build. Look for Yrel to go E and then E at 4 and 7. We start things off with the Aegis of Light, and we'll build that into Avenging Wrath. Aggressive rotate here. Johanna only finding the pull on Mal'Ganis. Rainer stepping up. Mahotsukai, though, will have to eat a bit of damage there from White Mane. And now Inaluki getting the chase going. There's the sleep. Concussion Mine. Bopping him away. Very good play from Linquist. Felclaws does not connect. He's been on pit with the Junkrat, disrupting Mal'Ganis and what he wants to do. Easy, safe wave clear. Don't get engaged on. And do that thing. Remember, 13 is when Ripper Air comes online. Not only does it basically remove the cooldown if Junkrat is the only one hit by the Concussion Mine, but it adds range. And adding range to the Concussion Mine, the travel, can be used in an offensive and a defensive purpose, of course. Mephisto snaps back right into Kane's face. Warfall with a follow-up on Phoenix, trying to get the most out of mobile offense. Mephisto gets the CDR on his basic abilities through ability damage. But didn't quite have enough specifically to get another round of Lightning Nova. There it is. Rainer taking damage. Concussion Mine actually knocks Mephisto back in. He's trying to get out of there. There's a condemn. Actually eats the root, and we have first blood. Shout out to Haft. Johanna finds Mephisto. Another good root there as well. Very nice Deckard Cain play from KFC. In the top lane, Yrel has just dominated Thrall. The Warchief going with Ancestral Wrath at level 7. Linquist has to be a little careful. Fueled by Torment, and now Will of Tichondrius for Mal'Ganis. Savik is way out. That's a lot of damage. Excuse me. White man gonna have to take that poke. There's a concussion mine. Knocks her right back over into the wrong side of the triangle. Great Night Rush. And Aluki's trying to keep her alive. Mahotsukai needs about 2 autos and finds them. White mane goes down. Another shout out to Linquist. Take a pot, son. And a bow for the fam. And a skeletal missile for your troubles. Blender going in. Doesn't quite get the Nova onto Junkrat. Mahotsukai and the Rainer will be working on this bottom camp. We see Johanna rotate towards the mid. For Gaming in the Rhythm, they have a 2-kill-to-0 lead. And sort of given the way that this map has played out, they could just play for level 10, maybe pick up the first dragon at that point. This was their map pick. They're showing that they know how to play it. You see Zavik on the flank there. White mane. Ooh, honey. Slides on by. If that was level 10, you could have expected a Blessed Shield. And now 10s are here for Gaming in the Rhythm. Blessed Shield, Lornado, Riptire, Hyperion. I assume Ardent Defender, and that's what we do get. Turbo got pushed out by Cubon for a hot minute, but we'll be okay. Lornado in the bottom lane was trying to find Phoenix. He's alright. The Condemn from Johanna, keeping an eye on the concussion mine. Inaluki dodges it and uses Fell Claws for an extra bit of mobility. Zavek steps up on the white mane. There's Blender with the Shade of Mephisto. But you know what? KFC's doing a great job. A lot of healthy life bars. Deckard doing much better in this sort of, this sustained push in the bot lane as the wall goes down with the aid of Johanna and the level 10 advantage. Expect to see Turbo go in on the Yrel anytime soon. There's the hammer. Starts the channel. Thrall contested. Nothing else going on. We'll take a peek in other lanes, but Turbo just getting chunked out. See if we can flip it back. Carrion Swarm, Consume Souls Purification Salvo, Sundering, and Scarlet Aegis. Now in the bot lane, Mahotsukai in trouble. Salvo comes through, connects on 3. We have Hyperion as well as Consume Souls and the Riptire. Everything gets pushed, but nobody gets any kills. Team Wino follow will claim bottom turn in, and Thrall, who has been doing work in the top lane, is just succeeding against this Yrel. Johanna defending mid. 4v3 in the bottom lane. Luke, he needs to be a little careful. Zavik will get everybody healed up shortly. Thrall will sit back on top point. What's up with that Thrall build? Nothing really going on. Just got Echo for extra Q poke, Ancestral Wrath. And then Mana Tide. Oh, Warfall. Lornado finds a Phoenix. Lornado bouncing around into Luki with a Night Rush, and now Zavik trying to get through this point. There's a concussion mine for your troubles. If you wish to turn around, you shall not do so. White mane is second. KFC with a great Lornado. And Phoenix cannot warp to safety. And Luki now. There's Fell Claws. He needs Carrion Swarm to get on out of here. Mahotsukai is going to chase. There's the slow. There's the root. Swarm. And he's out. An 80-second cooldown just for an escape. As Gaming in the Rhythm have a 4-0 lead. Link was doing work with the Junkrat, trying to keep Mephisto from picking up this point in the bottom lane. Now Gaming in the Rhythm trying to turn their attentions back towards the top lane. However, Turbo had just been losing this duel versus Cubon. Look at that damage. Here's the jump in. There's a pause. Turbo with a pause. Flash our talents here. Just taking a quick hot break. What's happening, chat? Good to see everybody here. We're kind of zipping up and around the map. A little bit of lag. Not a problem. We'll hang out. EU things. 4-0 in terms of kills. Just a really great job by KFC and Linkfist on the Junkrat. Alright. Teams are R. At least Turbo and Crew are. Switch it back. Want to get confirmation before we go ahead and count everybody back in. There's our talents. You can see our stacks a little bit. Junkrat about a third of the way through. 13's on the board. Giddy up for Rainer. Ripper Air. Velen's Chosen for Uriel. The 13 for Deckard. Obviously a huge talent tier. With Ancient Blessings. I know my buddy Joe's a big fan of that one. You're not a real Deckard unless you yell AoE autos every time you press the D key. Trying to see what's going on here. Okay. Ready? R's. Great. We'll go back to game. There we go. We had Cubon dueling with Turbo. You can see you're all starting to get things going now that Valen's Chosen is here, but I don't know if she lives through this. Actually has to eat the Absorb. Oh boy. Thrall winning. Oh, do we get a camp invade here? Mal'Ganis trying to sit on the point. Half comes in. Johanna is standing there. There's Hyperion as well as Riptar. A lot of low health bars. Scarlet Aegis comes out. The camp has to be given up. Lornado there as well. The Riptar does connect. Consumed Souls also getting dropped. Nobody goes down, but the end result is that Gaming the Rhythm with their 13 talent tier advantage and their stout team composition picks up bottom camp. Maholsukai standing on it for the convert. Ripperino. So even with the lag, Gaming in the Rhythm looking good. Well, Johanna finally picked up a talent. There we go. We got the hammers out there. Turbo decided to go Mr. Turbo. Okay, it happens. Everybody has those days. Not a big worry. Okay, R's again. Neither team has really made a great move in terms of capturing the first dragon. Really, because Cubon in the top lane has just dominated on this Thrall. We're all trying to just get this cap in. The leap. You see 1 round of Chain Lightning, 2 rounds of Chain Lightning. I saw Ancestral Wrath. There's the heal from Manatide. Thrall just don't care. The answer from Gaming in the Rhythm is to move towards the bottom neutral Bruisers. And they will make the first pickup of this important neutral camp. They made a successful invade. I'm interested to see whether they want the double camp push or whether they're just going to shove it in as is. Half steps up on the Johanna. There's the camp. Phoenix as well as Whitemane are down there. 13's finally online for Team Wino. Follow will flash those talents here. Try to keep an eye on things here. There's the Blessed Shield. It does connect. The root follow-up, but Mephisto's on the backside, bothering everybody. Mage Armor certainly will help. Inaluki in, looking to get Night Rush off. Sleeps Johanna, and also connects with Deckard Cain. There's Ancient Blessings used in there as well. The Mage Armor on that camp minion has done so very well. There's the Riptire. Inaluki was looking for carries, so it does get it off. Huge. He could have gone down to Riptire there. Mal'Ganis trying to work his way back out. You can see the sustain that he has. There's Lornado. We also get the Hyperion. Blender has gone in, but will shade back on out. Life bars low on both sides. Phoenix took the long route up and around, but is back. Sundering and Salvo available. Consumed Souls will be back soon. At 13, oh, he's pivoted into a skeletal missile build. No Hysteria for Mephisto. Blessed Shield, short cooldown. Ardent Defender back up. Lornado, another short cooldown as well. Hyperion, a big loss in that team fight. Blessed Shield is up. Hafta has been quick on the trigger with these Blessed Shields, looking to try to find a combo target. Concussion Mine doesn't quite knock Mal'Ganis that far away. He's got to watch out for the root now. Actually has to eat it. Salvo. Keep an eye on Mephisto, whether he's got the damage. Mahotsukai could be the target. Lornado knocking Mal'Ganis into a poor spot. There's Consumed Souls, but it does little. In fact, I actually think the channel does get broken. There's another big root. Mephisto will be alright. Thrall still top boss over the Sun Shrine. And Aluki will go for the tap. Neither team has also made a move towards these guys. The Bruiser camps could be used to relieve a little pressure on the top lane. Maybe get these things pushing in the opposite way. But it's just been a duel between Thrall and Yrel. Yrel currently on the point. Cubone will make the move back up there. 16s are here for Gaming in the Rhythm. They'll use Lornado in the point. They've got Aluki on the wrong side of things here. Let's see if they bother to make the target. Hyperion gets used. Half stepped up. Will be on the point. We've got Riptire in as well. Johanna should be okay. Riptire will connect, but Scarlet Aegis cancels out a lot of that damage. And Aluki is rooted on the northern side of that scroll of ceiling, but is okay. Another easy invade. And now the Giants and Junkrat will follow up and claim the first fort of the game. We're 13 minutes in, 4 kills to 0, no objectives. No play on the Bruisers in top. Only one neutral camp. One fort off the board. Just a slow, patient game, but Gaming in the Rhythm has just been content to take the advantages that are there. And our talents up. Excuse me, our talents as well as our stats in the bottom. Look at that Thrall damage. 60k. And all he's been doing is just crash lightning on Yrel. You can see how much more damage he has than anybody else in this game. It just shows you how these lanes have worked. Thrall winning top, Gaming in the Rhythm thoroughly dominating in the bot lanes. You know, Luki looks like he was thinking about that camp. Giants in the bot lane. Mahotsukai steps up with Raynor, gets a ton of poke onto Cubone. Finally, Turbo gets a little bit of relief in the top lane. This will take Thrall a little while to get going. Manatide not really going to help him out too much there. He will go ahead and tap. In the bottom lane, Team Wino Follow gets half of a channel and now has to respond to mid going down as half steps up on the Johanna. Junkrat and Raynor will join. And that is an easy, easy fort. Second one of the game, 18-16. Gaming in the Rhythm now running out of time to make pre-20 fights happen. Mahotsukai and that Raynor might have even been baiting there. He's even used his save. Consume Souls is going to get him. Raynor goes down for the dragon. Junkrat in the bottom lane was pushing. He's got Giants moving a little bit. So Jimmy goes down for a dragon. Thrall still in top lane. In fact, Turbo just has to use Ardent Defender to stay alive. We've got a dragon, though, motoring down bot. Deckard is inside the dragon. It's at about half health. Boy, without Raynor, lack of pressure. This dragon is really able to, not able to get any sort of siege damage on. He might not even finish that tower off. There's another Searing Lash on Johanna. It just gets XP. That's it. Thrall just brutalizing the top lane. Is now on a fort. Remember, he's not had a camp at all this game. With Raynor not yet to spawn, Team Wino Follow going to try to turn this game around. They're going to start things off with a neutral camp in the bottom lane. They are a level behind. They'll be running out of time before the 20s are up. Gaming in the Rhythm finally making a move to alleviate the top lane situation. They get their second bruiser in the top lane. They'll have to deal with the bottom. They'll lose a little bit of tower. This gives a bit more room for Wino Follow to go ahead and pick up the remaining 2 camps on the map. Their Giants as well as their Knights are up and available. Objective should be, I don't know, 45 seconds out? 30-second timer should be coming up fairly soon. This is a fast, expedient objective phase with the Raynor going down for it. Inaluki trying to make a play. Trying to get the engagement there. Half should have Iron Skin. Uses it. Avoids the Searing Lash. But now Johanna very low. Lornado to disengage. Purification Salvo came out. Connected with 3 members. But KFC giving him the knowledge of books. Zavic's been stepping up very aggressively on White Mane to try to get the root. Yet to really cost him. Take a look at the XP totals as well. White Mane with 2 deaths. Has been a decent target for the members of Gaming in the Rhythm to find. 20 soon. We'll try to keep those up. Try to catch them. Couple more waves for Gaming in the Rhythm before they can hit 20. There it is. Cubon will have help in top lane. With this camp pushing. Even with the 20 talent advantage, Seraphim is not going to prevent Uro from losing it. However, oh, White Mane goes down in mid. My fault, fam. Totally missed it. Half, you can see Blessed Shield wound up getting used, Matt. Hotsukai grabs this. He picks up the dragon. Turbo has Ardent Defender. There's the Absorb. Cubon still chasing. That was a short jump. We'll catch up with the dragon in a hot minute. That camp is going to be pushing hard. Turbo will continue to lose this. But what will this dragon cost Team No Follow? There they are in the bot lane. Raynor is inside the dragon. Steps up, melts this wall out. Thrall has yet to back. A scroll of ceiling lockdown from KFC. Keep gone. Thrall continuing to push. Now backing. Turbo wants to stop this back. He's going to let it go. White Mane up in 7 seconds. Shields have yet to go down. Will go down shortly as Raynor steps up. There's a big condemn. Purification Salvo trying to answer things out. There's the Riptire as well. Carrion Swarm coming through. Dragon has it down to 30%. Gaming and the Rhythm are going to take it on the strength of that dragon play. Malhotsukai with the siege damage on the core. And Gaming in the Rhythm take game number 2. Let's update everything here. 2-0. And a series victory. A win on Dragonshire as well. Now, Gaming in the Rhythm takes a 2-0 against the newcomers to Division 2, Team Y No Follow. I think they acquitted themselves very well in game number 1. In game number 2, they could not get the kills. And they had a very aggressive team in the White Mane and the Mephisto and the Mal'Ganis. They just lacked a little bit more. It was very difficult for Warfall, who did so well on the Lunar in game number 1, to use the Phoenix to really get in and help to secure kills. He was there mostly for wave clear and whatnot. And that's what was going on there. Take a look at our talents. Malhotsukai actually did pick a 20, but didn't really matter. Raynor never actually got out of that. Never wound up getting out of the dragon. Didn't have to. Very nice plays from Gaming in the Rhythm in game number 2. That was their Met pick. And, you know, they didn't overreact to Yrel losing in the top lane. There's a credit to them. And they just kept running it down in bottom. I thought the Junkrat play was very good. I think Lindquist played a great pair of games. He was on the Gul'dan in game number 1. And on the Junkrat in game number 2. I think he did a very nice job. I'm going to take a peek around. I want to see if there's another stream I can pick on. Okay, we do have another game. Excellent. I'm going to throw the host on, or the raid on over to a Geriel. We'll keep the raid chain going, fam. Let's just recap real quick. 2-0 victory for Gaming in the Rhythm. With victories on Tomb of the Spider Queen as well as Dragonshire. They take this set. Alright, fam, we're going to move it on over. Keep the raid chain going. I've been your host, Professor Bobo. Happy to have you guys here. Happy to jump over and pick up a quick little EU matchup. I am primarily, obviously, a North American caster. You can catch me doing HeroesLounge NA. Season number 1 underway. Obviously, anywhere else you find amateur hots, there's a pretty good chance you're going to find Bobo. I'm looking forward to catching you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful upcoming weekend.